Well, hello there. How are you doing out there in Videoland? Well, let me introduce myself first. This is the Reluctant Retiree, and you may see in a couple of my previous videos that I introduced myself as Hound Dog Steve. And, well, I have a second channel, which is a lot more political than this, and although this could lead that way at some point in time, because some of the issues facing people who live in motorhomes are becoming, wow, to affect a lot of people. So anyways, that's what that channel is. I wanted to separate the two things because I am living in my motorhome full time, and I'm down in Texas right now, planning to head up to Ontario to my summer location, and I'm really looking forward to that, although it's still a little chilly up north. So yes, that could be a little scary after spending a winter in mid-20s to 30s with sun and sand and beaches. So basically, I started this channel because I wanted to document the whole idea of living in a motorhome, why so many seniors are not only choosing but are forced to choose this way of life because the cost of living has just become far too expensive, and I would like to look at the reasons for that and the options and things that we can do about that. And so yes, here we are. I want to have a conversation. I would like to hear your points of view. I'd like to talk to all kinds of other people who are living the same kind of life and facing the same kinds of frustrations and trying to figure out things as they go along, just like I am. Anyways, as I say, I'm getting ready to go north. I'm in the Atlanta State Park in Texas, northeast Texas right now, just outside of Texarkana. And tomorrow morning I will be basically starting the engine up, and off we go back to Canada. Should be a 3.5, maybe 4-day trip to get up there. I don't like to make it too hectic. I like to do about 6-hour stints of driving per day, and then find a parking spot, and of course I'll be boondocking all the way back and documenting that too. So anyways, I'd like to welcome you to my channel, and I hope that we can become friends and yes, have this wonderful conversation. So first of all, I'm just going to turn you over and I'm going to give you a whole walk around of the interior of my rig, and you'll get an idea of some of the things that I've done and the renovations and modifications I've done to keep it to get it around how I want to live, because like I say, this is my home, and I want to enjoy my home as much as possible, and along with my dog Jasmine. And we'll be seeing her when I go outside, because I'm going to give you a quick walk around outside too. So okay, first of all, let me hand you over to my other self, and you can see the walk around of the interior of my rig. Okay, here we go. And I don't want to rush back to Canada because it's still cold up there. So yes, I'm staying at a state park just north of Houston for a week or so, and then I'll continue my journey. But I thought I would give you a quick trip around the bus here, because I finished just about all of the modifications that I'm going to make. There is a couple of changes I'm going to do, but yes, I thought I would show you it because it is nice and sparkling clean inside. We have just gone through basically a 4-day dust storm. The winds turned around, came up from the south, and everything was just covered with a fine layer of dust. But yes, I thought I'd just give you a walkthrough of the motorhome here. I've been living in here for about a year now, and so yes, I've become quite accustomed to the lifestyle. Okay, so I'm just going to turn you around so that you can see what I'm looking at, and you'll be able to see where I live. Okay, here we go. So this is the bedroom, and it's a very comfy queen-size bed. Whoop. Better get used to this camera, this gimbals. But yes, there's lots of storage space here. I have not used any of the storage space up there. There's a few things up there, but these side cupboards, there are plenty of space down there. So I've been very happy with that. It's nice and bright in here. Very, very comfortable. Okay, so up here we have the television, which is unplugged right now. And that little monitor up there, that is my battery monitor. I have a lithium iron phosphate battery, and I can monitor all of its activity, where it's going to, and where the charge is coming from on that little meter up there. Okay, so we come round to the washroom. All your amenities there. But yeah, it's more than amenable. Now, one thing I'm finding out about these older buses is the quality. Absolutely astounding. This is all hardwood. These fronts on these cupboards, this is all hardwood. Lots of room inside. Carpet on the bottom. And, talking to people and seeing these newer motorhomes, oh my God, like they're garbage. They are not well made at all. You need to get back to pre-2003. And apparently in 2003, that's when these models were turned into piece rate. Okay, so the guys were paid by how many units they turned out. Well, yes, it increased productivity, no doubt about it, but you know what? The guys just found shortcuts. They just found shortcuts to go around things. Whereas these, this is a 1999, and because it's over 25 years old now, it is an antique, and so, or considered an antique in the vehicle world. And so I don't have any of the emissions regulations, nothing like that apply to me. And you can see now, this is the fridge. Okay, this fridge is 26 years old. 1999, it's the original unit, still works. The propane still works. The electrical side still works. I mean, and it has worked hard. Same with the air conditioners, they still work. Nice little 3-burner stove. And again, lots of lovely storage, all that hardwood. There is hardwood floor. Now, this was the first modification that I made. I put this countertop in. There was a lazy boy in this section here, between this little cupboard down there, and I didn't want the lazy boy there, so I put this countertop in for storage as a work area, and of course I wanted a space for the dog underneath so she can sleep down there and have a little cozy house. And but this has worked out really well. I'm very pleased that I did this. It just accommodates everything, and it stops everything from sliding around. One of the big things about these campers, RVs and motorhomes, you will notice that, like, this was the counter space right here to the water jug. Okay, that's the counter space you had to work with. Now you imagine trying to use the tap, use the sinks, and I mean they've got covers, but you need them off when you're cooking. You need to wash things and so on and so forth. So yes, it's nice to have that extra workspace to go with. This was the other modification that I made, was my office. There was a pull-out couch here, and I didn't want that either, so I just yanked it out, because it's just me and the dog in here, right? So I put my library, part of my library, up there. This is my office. This is where I do all my editing. I was wondering actually how I was going to hold the photocopier there when I'm traveling, because like I say, you can't believe how things move around once this thing gets on the road. But yes, what I did was I velcroed the photocopier to and scanner to the top of my file box there, and that file cabinet I screwed to the side of the desk there underneath. You can see that down there. Okay, there's my computer. Don't like that location down there, too close to the floor, picks up dust and all kinds of stuff. But here's my new computer, and that computer will fit on the shelf underneath the desk. I'm just putting in a new solid state hard drive in there. It sent them with the HDD drives, and I'm not happy with that. It's just way too slow for today's computers for the kind of things that you want to do, especially if you're going to be editing. So yes, this is very cozy. The only thing I had to do was build up the floor a little bit for the wheels on my chair, because there's a bit of a drop off. You wouldn't notice that with a pull out, but for a desk you need an area to put your chair. So yeah, let's go down to the driver's console here. This compass I fitted in whilst I was here, and that switch next to the compass are the two fog lights. We've got a camera, a dash cam that goes up on that fitting there. But again, look at the cupboard space. Absolutely amazing. It's huge. So yes, this is my charging station down here. This is where all the batteries, the things that I use get charged up. And also here's my CB setup for when I'm on the road. And that all runs off this socket down here. Now that socket comes out of the inverter, so it is live 100% of the time. So yes, this is huge. This is a 37-foot bus, and the thing I like about this is that you can move it wherever you want to move it to. But if you find somewhere that you want to stay, guess what? 37 feet is a nice sized trailer, especially with the slide out. Just gives that extra room in the living kitchen area. Okay, so let's take a little walk outside. There she is, my faithful companion. Oh, my baby. Yes. Hey, my baby. Yes. She is such a sweetheart. She is a great traveler, but she needs to be walked. Okay, so this is the campsite. Absolutely beautiful. Apart from one neighbor across the road, I am by myself here. So yeah, this is the exterior of my rig. I don't always let the blinds down unless it's really hot. Thankfully I've got good rubber on here. Man, oh man, I am dreading that expense. I'm anticipating it's going to be about nearly $800 to $1,000 a tire. But yes, if you want to stay safe and stay mobile, one of the things you have to do. And so one of the things I did do with these bins is I built shelves in them so you can get double the storage space. The upper area is often wasted, but man, there is so much storage in these units. It is absolutely incredible. And this bottom skirt where all these bins are, my summertime project is to prep that, and I'm going to spray that with Underseal so it'll be black and it will cover up an awful lot of that. I mean, these are just grazes that have happened over time. She's a 1999, things happen, but to get new decals, I don't know, to paint the pinstripes no, I'm just going to do the bottom layer black. I'm going to use some T-coat on the top half and see if I can bring that back a little bit, and that'll be it. I don't always like things that look brand spanking new. I find if you've got something new, somebody wants to either steal it or scratch it. So yes, I like things that are practical, workable, and but not stealable or desirable for someone else. So as you can see, this is my my trailer rig with the car, and I got my bicycle on the back, ladder on the roof. You'd be amazed how handy that little extending ladder is. You can use as an arch ladder or a straight line ladder. It goes up about 18 feet or something, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, this is also another summer project. I'm going to be just restoring this trailer. Just surface rust, it just needs to be cleaned up, and get some mud flaps on there, and we are good to go. So rather than have the lights hooked up on the mud flaps, the lights are on the back of the car. They work just as well. I think they're more visible. Yes. So yeah, that's basically my outside rig. Yes, those wing mirrors make excellent drying racks. I did upgrade the headlights to halogen. The ones that came with the bus were just absolutely awful. They were really like just having candles in the front. And I installed this extra set of headlights. They are so powerful. It is unbelievable. And but yeah, there she is. Been very happy with it so far. 1999. It's in wonderful shape. So lots of life left in it. I got a brand new roof put on, a single piece aluminum. It's been sandblasted and undersealed. New windshield on the driver's side. That was probably the most expensive item. For $3,000 I paid for that installed. Man oh man, $3 for a windshield. But she flew through the safety. No leaks. Had to get the air ride bags replaced and some sway bars. The windshield, that was about it. And Starlink. Oh my God. If you want internet, you have to have Starlink. So yes, there'll be some modifications to come yet, but I believe I've got a good sturdy rig that can basically go to hell and back and still stay in one piece. The framing, the internal framing, is all metal, no wood, no nothing. But as you can see from the cabinet fronts, all that is real wood. But the frames are all metal. This is a sturdy wagon. Now, one of the things I did do, I should just mention here, I got this caulking redone. Should be done about every 10 years, just to stop the leaks, or potential leaking, because once it gets in, man oh man, man oh man. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that, and our introductions are made. And like I say, I hope we can make firm friends over the time that I have this channel and the adventures that I get up to. I'm 72 years old, so I am going to be doing this for as long as I can. I truly love this lifestyle. I love the places that you can get into when you have a motorhome, and I kind of like the idea of being able to, because it's a 37 foot, if you find a suitable location, wow, you've got a park model trailer. And you can put a skirt around this, and you've got yourself a permanent home, my friends, and no problem at all. So yes, follow me on these adventures and share your adventures with me, of course, and I will be getting into maintenance and all of the things that I run into, because this is an older motorhome, and as I say, I love the older diesels. They are just so much better built without the sensors. They work like engines should work. So, in the meantime, this is the Reluctant Retiree signing off, wishing you a very pleasant afternoon, and comment to your heart's desire. You take care, be well, my friends, safe on the roads, and we will talk very, very shortly. See you now. Bye.